Ismail Kadare, the illustrious Albanian novelist, playwright, poet, died at 88 in Tirana at the beginning of this month from a heart attack, and Prime Minister Edi Rama honoured him as a monument to Albanian culture. The Prime Minister and the President both honoured him as he was lying in state near Skanderbeg Square in the heart of Tirana. He gained an international reputation with his 1963 novel, The General of the Dead Army, published right in the middle of the oppressive regime of Enver Hoxha. And it's a story of a pompous Italian military officer travelling across Albania searching for and repatriating the remains of Italian soldiers killed during Mussolini's disastrous invasion. And it covers pretty well the same sort of material as the what's the name of that book? Ah, Captain Corelli's Mandolin. And this in the Kadare book, this lazy, officious officer, he's soon tired of tramping around through the villages with a priest and a work party, and he discovers that he's followed by a German officer doing exactly the same thing, looking for the remains of his soldiers as a debate. So at the heart of the novel is a debate about the futility of war and oppression, and this was published at the height of the Hoxha tyranny in Albania. And despite the regime's constraints, and severe constraints, and despite the insularity of the nation under Hoxha, Kadare published an extensive body of work including poems, essays, screenplays, and his literary prowess earned him prestigious awards such as the Man Booker International Prize, the first, in 2005, the Jerusalem Prize in 2015, and others. He was a satirical poet and novelist, and he faced political persecution, including exile to a remote village in Albania after publishing the controversial poem The Red Pasha in 1975. The Blinding Order in 1985, which is a satire about safe purists who pontificate about what dissidents should do from the safety of their hideaway in a foreign country. It's about the Blinding Order is about an Ottoman Empire who decrees that anyone guilty of possessing the evil eye — I've never quite understood what the evil eye is, but they should be blinded. And then there's the Palace of Dreams, where dreams are studied by an entire department in a totalitarian regime. It's like something out of the Terry Gilliam film, Brazil. And it was banned within hours of publication, but still sold out in Albania. And his books often challenged the communist regime, leading to censorship, to threats, and yet he survived. And in 1990, he sought asylum in France, just as the regime was dying and a new democratic government was coming into place. But he continued his literary career, his advocacy for democracy from abroad. Kadare's works have been translated into 40 languages and more, consistently examining Balkan history and totalitarianism. And given the fact that so much of our history is defined by problems in that region, whether it's simply a matter of Kosovo, or indeed about shooting the Archduke and starting World War One. It's from that area, and Albania itself is a fascinating, wonderful country, and I've been there many, many times, and I've travelled in the footsteps of Edward Lear, who was much in love with the country, Byron. But it's Edward Lear who, for me, defines the country, and Kadare. And Kadare's nuanced portrayal of life under dictatorship, his strategic navigation between artistic expression and survival, just survival and prudence. And I mean, he was always very careful in what he said. It still didn't stop him being attacked. The problem is artistic expression and survival. It cemented his legacy as a crucial figure in modern literature, not just in Albania. And despite controversies over his political stance, his literary achievements remained paramount. His influence was recognized by international accolades. His elevation in the French Légion d'honneur by Macron. He leaves behind a profound legacy, having eloquently chronicled the Albanian experience, enriched global literature with his allegorical and bizarre narratives, his sharp social critique, and I think he will be greatly missed.